Got a few new tools to look at today from the company Tite-Reach. They sent me their extension wrench here. This is the Tite-Reach Pro. They also sent me the low profile socket set and the low profile ratchet to work with that socket set, along with this extension clamp that holds on to nuts, bolts, and even hose clamps. So let's open these up and take a closer look. Hey, what's up YouTube? Dan the Fix-It Man. Got another quick video here for you. Just a quick unboxing and review of some of these products from Tite-Reach. Now, I was intrigued by these products that I've seen on some other YouTube videos but never used myself. And I thought, you know, it's a pretty neat idea. I'd be happy to take a look at it someday. So when they reached out and offered to send me some stuff, I said absolutely. The first thing I want to open up is the extension wrench. Now, this comes in a standard version and the Pro version, I guess. I think this one's made of metal. The other one is plastic. And it comes with these adapters. It's got a 3/8 to 3/8 adapter, 3/8 to a 1/4 inch bit adapter, and a 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter. But let's open this up and take a closer look. It says right on the back here, save your knuckles and save your time. Now, essentially what this is an offset adapter so that you can turn one side and the other side will turn that same direction. It just kind of diverts your energy down to the other side of the wrench here. So let's pop in the 3/8 drive first. Set these over here for a minute. And all you need to do is provide input to this end, and that will spin this shaft and turn whatever bolt or fastener you're trying to turn on the other end. The way this works is there's a chain inside here that goes up and around a gear at either end, and it's just a 1-to-1 ratio. So this will spin the same rate as this end here. So for example, if we use the mid-torque impact and we pull the trigger here, you can see that that will spin this side. Now you can also put the impact on the same side as your fastener and almost like work upside down. You just need to remember that it's now going to be righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. So if, for example, I have this on Titan, that's actually going to provide a counterclockwise motion at this end facing the fastener. Eric, the car guy, actually showed these many years ago, and that's one of the things I noticed. He was trying to take off an exhaust manifold bolt, and because he had his impact wrench on the same side as the output or the socket, he was spinning it the wrong way. You can also use this with just a regular ratchet. So let's just throw a socket on there, just so you kind of have an idea of what that looks like. And then we put our ratchet in at this end, and you see it turns it. So for example, if you just had such a tight space that you couldn't even swing your ratchet, you can put this in or set this up on whatever area you're working, even up underneath something. You know, even if it's just in a really tight enclosed space, it really would save your knuckles and go a little bit quicker if you put that in there. And you can kind of move your work out a little bit. That's really the reason for this and the purpose of this. Now, a lot of you might have an electric ratchet, which would probably do the same thing that this would do, especially about this length. Let me compare this real quick with my Milwaukee extended reach. So right here, that's kind of gonna do the same thing. You know, you just push the button and it'll spin your fastener off. Let's take a measurement here because I'm curious how wide this is compared to this Milwaukee. I just threw a Craftsman socket on here just for a quick comparison to see what the overall depth is. So that's 55.6 millimeters with the standard socket. Now we're going to get into these low profile sockets here in a minute as well. Now if I'm comparing that to the battery powered ratchet here with the same socket on it, the head is even a little bit smaller here, 52.2. So the space saving isn't going to be huge with just this offset adapter with this extension wrench. But it does allow you to do things without having to have one of these battery powered ratchets. These do get pretty expensive, and this is a really nice alternative. And not only that, you can also use an impact wrench. Just keep in mind, if you are using an impact wrench on this, that you are not going to have the same amount of torque at this end over here. There's definitely going to be some torque loss because of the length of this chain and the length of this tool. Now, I also want to take a look at these low profile sockets from Tite-Reach. Let's open this up real quick. Now, I love the fact that this comes in a foam tray in a really nice case, but I just noticed that it also has spaces right here for the additional bits that come with the extension wrench. So how cool is that? We can just put this right in here, the 3/8 to 1/2, the 3/8 to the bit, and then also we can put in our 3/8 to 3/8. We didn't get a 1/4 inch bit to a 1/4 inch bit, but I guess that's another one that they have available. Now I'm going to open up the low profile ratchet here too. Take a closer look at that. So you can see what this is just a regular ratchet without an anvil. You can see that goes all the way through because these sockets are very unique and they're designed with a 3/8 drive anvil on this side rather than the hole or the opening so that they'll fit right into this ratchet. I'm just grabbing the 15mm because I also have a 15mm socket on this standard Craftsman ratchet. I just grabbed this thinking that some of you might have this in your toolbox or at least be familiar with it. So the distance on this, or the overall depth, including that quick release, is 41.8mm. Now comparing that to the low profile Tite-Reach design with the socket, you're looking at 31.2mm. So quite the difference, quite a bit thinner. That is going to get you into some tight spaces. This is a 72 tooth mechanism, by the way, but nice and smooth, very minimal back drag. I do like the feel of this, but more importantly, look at the difference in offset. That's really what this is about. Now, some of you might be thinking, hey, that looks a lot like the Milwaukee Insider ratchet, and it's kind of a similar design. They have a more unique shape on their sockets. This is just a 3/8 drive anvil. It's just reversed. And by the way, they all have a magnet on the inside as well to hold on to a bolt, nut, or whatever fastener you're working on so that you don't drop it in that tight access area. But just to compare, here it is on the extension wrench. So now we're at 41.3 with the extension wrench. And if you just compare that to a standard socket and ratchet, really about the same. So the thing with this extension wrench is that it is pretty bulky here compared to a regular ratchet. But by using the low profile sockets, it kind of makes up for that, and then you don't really have anything larger than a regular ratchet to get into a tight space. But again, here, because of that extension, you can provide all of the input over here out of that tight space where you have a little bit more room to work. Now, just a quick note on the sizes. This goes from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, and 18. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, where's my 16 and where's my 19mm? Well, if you look at this side, it also has standard sizes. So we have 3/8, 7/16, half, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, and 3/4. Now, some of you know that 3/4 is very close to or almost the same as a 19mm, and 16mm is really close to or almost the same as 5/8. So you have a pretty complete set amongst all of these sizes. It's kind of similar to the Makita impact sockets that I have in some of my tool bags. They do the same thing. They skip a couple of those metric sizes that happen to match up almost perfectly with the SAE or standard. But this is intended to be a pretty compact little set. I mean, it comes with a nice little case, the extension wrench, and this additional ratchet that really doesn't take up a whole lot of room, whether you take that with you on the road like a mobile mechanic, or if you just have this tucked away in your shop. I can think of several different situations where this would have come in handy, you know, especially if you're working up underneath a dash and you can't quite fit an impact or a drill. I could have maybe gotten on there and then provided that faster input on this side, maybe make the job at least go a little bit quicker and save your knuckles. I'm sure a lot of you can think of a situation where having this would have come in handy. I mean, a lot of times we'll just fumble through that and maybe end up with some scratches, and you might end up with some bloody knuckles in the end of a job. But if you can remember to grab this, I think it really can come in handy and save you some time, and of course save your knuckles. Now, moving on to the last item here, it's the Tite-Reach extension clamp, and this is a pretty neat little design designed to hold on to nuts, bolts, or even hose clamps. Let's open this up and take a quick look at this as well. Reach those tight spaces your hands can't. And they describe this as a handheld miniature vise. Let's grab a little nut and a bolt to demonstrate. Now here's just a little nut. Let me see if I can get that set up in there. Oh yeah, that really does crank down. That's not going anywhere. Now, I know a lot of situations where this would have come in handy. You know, for example, trying to put some nuts or bolts on the other side of some plate or even a frame where you can kind of get in from one side. You know, a lot of times in the past, you'll just try to hold that with your fingers while you get a bolt started on the other side. But that holds onto it really firmly, and you can have a lot more control when lining up that nut or lining up that bolt. Of course, we'll work the same way with a bolt. You can just slide it and then spin that tight. I mean, that is not going anywhere. That really does hold on to it until you want it to let go. You just spin that off and it just falls right out. Of course, we've all tried to use our fingers up into spaces and get things lined up, but this really holds onto it tight and looks like it would work really well. Now, I noticed they also show that this will hold hose clamps, you know, the spring type or the constant tension type. So let's try that as well. I just grabbed a little hose clamp here. Let's open this up and see how well that would work. This might be a game changer. Let me go ahead and tighten it down and see if that doesn't go flying out of there. That seems to be working just fine. Wow, that works out great. Still holds on to it pretty tight there too. Now, if I pull this out, it'll snap out. So let's just carefully back it off. There it is. All you have to do is just tighten that down. That will hold that nut or bolt or even hose clamp firmly in place. Well, that's pretty much everything. I can see where this extension wrench will really come in handy along with this low profile socket set and the low profile ratchet to work in conjunction with this or one or the other. Also, that extension clamp, I can also see many applications where that's going to save the day. You know, holding on to that nut or bolt, even if it is just to get it started or lined up, will really help out in the future. So just want to say thanks to Tite-Reach for sending everything to me. I hope you guys liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. That does help me out. Of course, I'll get links in the description where you can pick up your own extension wrench, low profile socket set, along with that low profile ratchet and the extension clamp from Tite-Reach as well. Thanks so much for watching and good luck.